Team fam, I call you guys my subscribers is Money Hero family. That's my clients community, VIP community, because I strongly believe that all my followers I'm building a strong modern hero body community. People who are here to level up together. And my name is Vlad and I'm the head coach of my Money Hero community. And welcome guys, welcome to another episode of Mentorship Monday. And today I'm gonna give a couple seconds when people join in. Today I want to talk about, like I mentioned, and the name of today's live. Unfortunately, you gotta get sick and tired. For a lot of people, that's the case in order to change. You gotta get sick and tired. You probably heard this phrase, right? So I heard it a million times. I'm sick and tired, right? So what does it mean? And that's, I think, the bottom line. When you get to that point, you're like, okay, enough is enough. And today, hopefully I can help you to get to the realization when it's enough and it's time to take action, right? So, gotta get sick and tired, right? We're not gonna sugarcoat anything today. We're gonna dive straight into today's live, my friends. And I'm gonna give you a couple examples, of course. And yeah, I'm gonna have just real conversation. That's what I do usually. This is literally just me right now. I can see some self-reflection. I don't see you who's there on the other side of the camera. Literally all my master classes, it's literally just real talk with myself. Because all of this, what I'm teaching, I've done it for myself. I've been through this, and I'm gonna give you real life examples, and I'm gonna talk how we can improve, right? What we can do better. So unfortunately, like I said, for a lot of people, you gotta get to that breaking point, right? To get sick and tired in order to change, right? So changes is something scary, is something really uncomfortable that we kind of want it, but we're not taking any action, right? We're not doing anything towards it. And that's what happens, right? So, and all of that, I'll start next Monday, I'll start next year, I'll start next week, I'll start next month. All of that, just always we getting stuff in that hamster wheel. We're staying good for a couple days, and after that you fell back and you're like, I guess I'll start next Monday, right? So when is enough is enough. For a lot of people, that next start Monday, it just gets you in the loop where like nothing has been done in the last like 4-6 weeks or even 6 months. That's how bad it can be, because I know, trust me, I work with people a lot. So even my existing clients, seriously, people who looks like took action, right? So they paid me, they hired me to work with them. Still, I see this breaking point in, when it gets sick and tired, when it's like enough is enough. It happens for everyone in different time, right? So it's not always just when you hire a coach. It's still, I see actually on average takes for people about like 4 to 8 weeks actually into the program, into my Money Hero Body program, to realize it's like, okay, damn, I hired coach, I did this, I did that a little bit. And I'm like, I'm not see results. Again, you're already further ahead of 90% of the people who's not even taking any action. But still, like I said, I see in my community, for a lot of my clients, it takes like 4 to 8 weeks to like finally say, screw this. Like when it's enough, it's enough. And I'm like sick and tired of not seeing results. So I'm gonna double down and go all in on this, okay? So trust me, not the only one. We all been through this, I think it's just our human nature to get to that level where it's like, all right, I'm really tired. I'm sick and tired of, seeing myself in the mirror like this. I'm sick and tired of avoiding myself in the mirror. I'm sick and tired of being this unhealthy, eating unhealthy, being low energy, not feeling like myself, right? Always taking a nap, always chugging on energy drinks. I'm sick and tired of not feel confident in my own skin, right? You probably heard a million times that your body is the temple, right? So, and this is the body that's with you for the rest of your life. So why would you mess up and just completely downgrade the quality of your life but not taking care of your body, right? So when it's enough, it's enough. When it's like you say, I gotta get sick and tired of feel not confident in my own skin, being not confident in front of my partner, right? To take off the shirt, or have some fun with them in the bedrooms. Like, I trust me, I know. It might be one of you who's watching. Seriously, a lot of people who share with me, they're like, I'm not comfortable with my partner. I literally have to keep the lights off when we're having fun. I have to keep my shirt on, whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's in by the pool. So when it's enough, to stop keeping the shirt on the beach. When it's enough, do not have energy to play with your kids, because you always have pain, you have no energy whatsoever. So when it's enough, it's enough. So you gotta have the day when it's like, I'm sick and tired of this, right? So, and unfortunately for a lot of people, they wait till they hear from the doctor, that something bad is happening, God forbid, something really with their health, when they're opening finally their eyes that, there's the pre-diabetes or even something even worse. There's so many scenarios can be. So for a lot of people, that's kind of becomes the eye-opener. But I don't want you, for everyone who's watching, my friends, or my clients right now from my VIP Mother Here community, guys, I know you're already far further ahead from those people who are waiting for that last minute, but also I want you to get there faster. So I don't want you wait till last minute when it's really already like, you're sick and tired, in literally in not even in figuratively, but literally doctor says that you are sick right now, my friend. You have to take care of your health. So when that enough is enough becomes the bottom line. For me, for example, I'm going to share my own story. For me, it was just recently this year, beginning of this year, I just got sick and tired of, just keeping my standards so low, and the holiday season got me into just flow of just overeating, eating some junk or like some ice cream every day, or drinking alcohol. That was a big for me, like I never been a big drinker, but it got to the point after holidays, like on a weekly basis, on the weekend I would have drink or two every weekend, like someone offers me like, you want to have a drink, I'm like, yeah, why not? Like if I'm going out, it's always like old fashioned. And I remember that was exactly January 9, after the Ukrainian Christmas. I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough, man. I look at myself in the mirror. I see myself 15 pounds overweight right now. I see my standard right now is so low that I'm just sick and tired of look and this version of myself in the mirror. And I'm like, damn. And alcohol, of course, one of the biggest thing that was like completely downgrading my quality of life lower and lower. And it's exactly actually this month is gonna be 200 days that I haven't had a sip of alcohol completely. So I'm completely sober for almost 200 days. It's seriously, guys, I kid you not, I feel amazing, right? I lost already about 12 pounds of body fat. I'm getting leaner by every day. All the fogginess, all the crazy low energy symptoms, all of that going away only because I decided to say and take action, and I said, I'm sick and tired, okay? So that's what happened to me, and like I said, in 200 days, last 200 days, I've been seeing huge improvement. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying for you have to quit alcohol, but I'm pretty sure you can find something in your life, just one thing that you have to say enough. You have to say enough to eating garbage every day, right? You have to say enough to skip your workouts. You have to say enough for watching Netflix, scrolling for 3 hours every day and looking for excuse and be stressed that you don't have time to go to the gym, you don't have time to meal prep, you don't have time to eat healthy, right? You don't have time to play with your kids because you have low energy. You gotta say, man, I'm sick and tired. And look, past is the past, I don't want you right now regret and continue self-sabotaging yourself right now that, I've been guilty. Because only you know what's really happening behind those closed doors, and no one else is knowing. Like, I can be only responsible for my actions. And when I say, I got sick and tired of like drinking on the weekend, of skipping, some of my workouts a little bit here and there, of eating garbage, whatever I wanted, just because I felt comfortable, to eat whatever on the spot. And when I got too soft in January, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. And I found one area, was one gap for me to stop drinking. And that led me to everything else to become better and, improve quality of my life. So I'm not saying you have to stop drinking. Maybe you don't have any drinking problems, anything. Maybe you can still lose weight actually by having drink here and there. But you gotta find where you're gonna cross, we're gonna draw that stand in the line and say, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of feeling this off. I'm sick and tired of, starting over next Monday. So when this needs to happen, my friends, and I think for all of you, it needs to happen now. Write it down right now in the comments, or just write it down from now on, okay? From now moving forward, okay? I don't want you to look in your past. Your past is past, there's nothing you can do. You can sit right now and cry and regret about all the, bad decisions that you made, but it's past, everything that was from yesterday and moving backwards, it's gone, man. Yeah, you maybe gained those 20, 30, 40 pounds, and what? It's past. You cannot just sit and in that self-fear and self-sabotaging yourself, but you gotta, my friends, take responsibility of what it's done and just say, from now on, from today's moving forward, write it down. From today moving forward, enough is enough, all right? I'm drawing line in the sand and I'm saying I'm sick and tired of not taking action. I'm sick and tired of keeping my standards so low. All right, I'm sick and tired of neglecting my health. And that should be for you day to day, right? And I talked before about this. I'm not going to reflect a lot on this, but you got to find a strong why, right? So maybe for you, actually, it's not usually the selfish something. It's not about you, but you got to do it for someone else. For me, for example, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not only want to improve quality of life that I can help more people. I can lead by example, so I'm doing it for others. But also, I want to be example, right, for my family. I want to be example for my parents, for my beautiful fiancé. So I'm doing for them. So for you, you're going to find who you're doing to, all right, or who you're doing for. Think about right now who you can improve your quality of your life for who in your life. It can be maybe your parents, your loved ones, your kids, right? Your niece, anyone you have in your life, do it for them. Because imagine if you can improve quality of your life right now for yourself, that will impact everything around you. All right? How do I stay consistent each day? My friend, great question. Mr. Ghost, I would say create 1 to 3 non-negotiables. Create 1 to 3 non-negotiables and stick to them every day regardless. Like I said, from now on, you gotta get sick and tired, right? You have 2 regrets in your life. You have regret of discipline, staying consistent and getting results, or you have regret of, or you have 2 pains. You have 2 pains in life, right? You have pain of discipline and pain of regret. One pain of discipline where it's a little bit, yeah, it sucks, it hurts, but it's a little bit. But pain of regret weighs a ton, a lot, right? So trust me, right now, if you're gonna continue what you're doing now, that pain of regret is gonna tenfold in the future. So answering the question, how can I stay consistent? Number 1, you gotta find strong why. Why you're really doing this? Like I said, today, that's it. Today, from now on, from moving forward, from today's moving forward, I'm sick and tired. Say to yourself right now, everyone who's watching this live, guys, say from now on, past is the past. Whatever is done is done. But from now on, I'm drawing a line in the sand and I'm saying enough is enough. And I'm sick and tired of being this version of myself. And it's time to raise the standard, right? So find your why. Why are you really doing this? From now on, moving forward, you're gonna level up, right? But also how? How? By simply adding 1 to 3 daily non-negotiables, seriously, and make them as simple, as possible that you can stick to them for the next 30 days. Can be just drinking 3 glasses of water a day, going for 10 minutes walk, and waking up or going to bed 30 minutes earlier, or stop scrolling before bed, 1 hour before bed. Seriously, find 3 daily non-negotiables, like I just said, hydrate your body can be, or move your body more, or cut something from your life, less Netflix, less TikTok, less social media. So like this, create 3 simple non-negotiables and start doing them regardless. That's why it's called non-negotiables. So you do them regardless every day, no matter how you feel, okay? So my friends, I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said, I'm having a hard time focusing on my work, so many distractions. Yeah, man, exactly. You see? Exactly. Thank you for realizing that. And actually, others can see it. You have so many distractions. Then, man, you gotta make even one non-negotiable for yourself. Cut social media, seriously. Again, even right now, right, we're both on social media, you're watching this live, but minimize it. I always have 1 hour limit on my social media for a day. So it's a simple tool for you right now. Next step will be, you're welcome, brother. You can literally just minimize, put daily limit on all your social media platforms for 1 hour a day. No more than that, okay? Number 1, that's what I did. It's been super helpful for me. Number 2, cut all the notifications. I literally talked about this to my fiance Crystal yesterday. She has so many notifications that just pops all the time. It's literally every 20 seconds. I kid you not, every 20 seconds something pops on your phone. That's insane. That blows my mind, and it's been a game changer for me when I completely turn off all the notifications. Your phone literally controlling your life, and that's crazy. That's how we live right now. So you gotta say no to that, and you gotta control your life. I control only the apps, whatever app I go to. I check DMs, I check what's going on only when I want to, because I completely cut all the notifications. You literally can go right now to your settings, and you can just turn off all the notifications on your phone, unless just maybe leave like the messages, it can be like family emergency. Only leave messages. All the other apps, all the social media, all the emails, Gmail, everything, just turn it off and just go there when you really need it. Because imagine when you're doing something, even some work on your phone, those notifications right here just pop every 10 seconds. Imagine in your brain, you're always reading what's happening, all the news notifications. Turn it off, okay? So that will be a homework for most of you actually, because this thing is a huge, exactly. One action you can take is a great question. She actually led me to this because I literally talked about this to my fiance Crystal yesterday. Guys, turn off all the notifications. Leave only 1 to 3 apps that is really your priority or like something that can be emergency. And that's it. Usually it's like messages for me. That's all. Everything else, I dictate where I go, when I go there, and when I check. Nothing else pops up on my screen besides my clients, right? My VIP community and my messages where it's like emergency from my family. That's all. All right. So guys, that's it for today. Like I said, I hope that was some breaking point for you today and some realization then enough is enough. Let's draw that line in the sand. And I hope you can say to yourself, for right now, just think through and like, all right, I'm sick and tired of blank, and you gotta fill up that blank right now for yourself, okay? So I appreciate you all. Much love. I hope you have, guys, the best week of your entire life. I'll talk to you later. Peace.